I got married to Caillou.
Can you marry me and Caillou? Sure can. I'll marry you and Caillou, kissing the fake. You may kiss the bride, and you kiss the heir.
Hi, I'm Caden,
And I'm Katrina.
and this is Teen Talk. Today's episode, we have a special guest that is our older sister, Kayla. Say hi.
Oh, hi.
And today we're going to be asking a few questions, just like general questions. We don't really have a specific topic, but there are a few questions Yeah, stop. Okay. There's a few questions that only like Kayla can answer because they're more like her age, you know? And how old are you, Kayla?
Oh, I'm 17.
Oh, okay. So, what was it like to be a teenager when you were our age?
A lot different. I feel like you guys get away with a lot more stuff than I did when I was your age. Mostly Katrina's age. When I was in like, grade 8 and stuff like that was a lot different than how you act now.
How do you think it was different? Like, what makes you think that it's different?
Well, I was the first child.
Yeah.
Right? I was our mom's first child, so like she was a lot more stern on me than she is you. She treats you more like how she treats me now. And how old are you?
13.
13. And I'm 17. And we get treated the exact same with like rules and everything like that.
Yeah.
But like when it came to like school and stuff, everything seemed the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you do if you could be anything you wanted to be? You can
Like work? Like work or like
Well, I'd want to be a millionaire.
why?
Not gonna lie.
Why?
Money's the way of life.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
What about you, Katrina?
Money brings happiness.
money makes happiness? I don't know. Maybe be rich. I
Be
can
rich?
have then I can have everything in the world.
That's what I'm
I ever
saying.
wanted.
You only need money to be happy, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like anything you want to be, you can become with money.
Yeah.
So a millionaire would be the ultimate goal.
I guess we're all gonna go with being a millionaire.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's the best option.
Okay. What makes you happy?
My boyfriend.
Why?
I love spending time with him. It's like my favorite thing to do. I guess he could tie into like my friends also. Makes me happy to just be around people and not be alone all the time. Like get to do things with them and just spend time.
Feel that?
I mean, don't get me wrong, being alone is great sometimes, but
Not
being
always.
alone all the time is probably the worst thing for someone and their
Yeah.
mental health altogether.
I think being alone a lot of the time can bring on like a lot of like mental health things.
Oh, for sure.
Because you don't have those people to like bring you out of those places.
definitely need those people like bring you
Yeah.
out of this slump, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but also like you could be surrounded by so many people, but like shit people that are like
It's got to be the right person.
yeah,
100%.
the right crowd.
Oh, for sure. I mean, like I have a bunch of like my friend group at school and everything, but being around them all the time is not necessarily the best thing.
Yeah.
But if I was in like a deep part of my life,
Mhm.
they probably wouldn't be the people I surround myself with.
Yeah.
My friends, my boyfriend, and my family. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Where would you go if you could go anywhere?
Hawaii.
Why?
That's not even a question.
Why?
I want to go to Hawaii so bad. Or Fiji.
Why? Like,
I want to
just
go to Bora
why?
Bora
Me too.
and like on the little like shack houses in the water you can swim with the sharks.
Yeah.
Just love my life.
You guys know you can swim with pigs. Bora Bora.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That'd be so
I
fun.
want to swim with pigs. I
No.
want to go to Bora Bora.
I want to swim with dolphins. No, but that's actually my biggest fear at the same time. What if the dolphin goes rogue and drowns me?
Oh my
I
god.
also want to swim with sharks though, but I feel like they're gonna kill me.
With sharks? Are you
Yes.
stupid?
No,
I
I
actually
want
wanna
to swim
swim
with
with
the shark
sharks.
more than I'd want to swim with the dolphin.
Oh,
Exactly.
Dolphins are so much fun. Sharks are just plain out scary.
No, they're not.
But I'm scared of the ocean though.
You just gotta,
Like I don't want to go in the ocean.
you just gotta know the facts about sharks. You just gotta be like me and watch the 5-hour shark documentaries on YouTube.
Okay,
so
but
you
have you
know.
ever watched Soul Surfer?
Oh.
Okay, because that's what scares me.
But have you ever seen like shows where they aren't scary because they put them out to be like scary and like bit off some girl's leg, but like did they
No.
actually?
Yeah, that's off a real story.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay. What do you look for in a guy?
Nice hair.
Yeah.
Just nice hair.
Kindness.
That's like the first thing you have to see. Like when you first see a guy, like to see
It's
if
their
he's
appearance.
attractive.
It is their appearance. I don't care what
yeah.
anyone says. You don't find your partner attractive, like
Your
I know.
first look at them is always their appearance.
for sure.
And then once you get to know them, it turns into like their personality and everything. You know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, the first base off of like, should I pursue this would be their looks. But then once you decide if you want to pursue a relationship, that gets more into like personality. But if you don't find someone attractive, I swear that a relationship will never work. And I swear by that in life.
Okay. In your opinion, what is the best way to ask someone out?
Be upfront and honest. I don't like people that beat around the bush. Be completely honest with you. Being like upfront and honest and being like, hey, like I'd really want to get to know you more and like I go out in a respectful way. Like I'm a big believer in like being respectful towards women. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like if someone comes up to me and is like, yo girl, you are so hot. Yo shorty. Like no, like I'm not gonna go out with you. That's such an ick, you know what I mean? So ew. I don't want to do that. But like being upfront and honest with a respectful way of doing it.
And do it in person. Don't be a little
Little
frickin',
bitch.
Yeah, on Snapchat. Like, what are you doing?
I know. How about we go out together on recess? You know what I'm saying? But that's what they give me, the vibes
Those
that
are the
people give me.
vibes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you believe in setting goals in a relationship?
For sure. Yeah. I think setting good goals,
you
like
don't-
futuristic goals.
If you don't have those goals and those like boundaries in the relationship, then it just doesn't work.
Oh, for sure. I mean, setting goals of like having a future together and whatever else, like it's a big part of it. If you have no goals, like how are you ever supposed to expect anything to work out?
Mm-hmm. Like if you want to have like a good relationship and you still want to have a relationship when you're like older, then you have to set those goals that you want that, or else no one's
Yeah.
gonna like expect that.
I know you got to set goals. You guys might not be on the same page. Like it's very
Mhm.
important to make sure you guys are all on the same page.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you jealous?
When girls deliberately see that they have a girlfriend and
Oh, like at the
still
mall?
decide to, yes, like at the mall. That was bad. I don't even know why I was jealous. They were like 13
Oh, I couldn't with those girls at all.
But you guys came up to me, they're like, oh, like they're looking at Zach. Okay, I'll make out with him right in front of you. What's up? You know what I'm saying?
Fucking like a thong store.
I don't give a shit. Somebody and my boyfriend. What's up? Oh my gosh.
What was the best thing about being a kid?
Not having anything to worry about. Having everything taken care of for me. Definitely was a big thing. Knowing that my mom made all the decisions and now I'm getting older that I have to make those decisions. Like knowing that my mom did everything for me. Like I still am a strong believer that at 30 years old I'm gonna ask my mom to make my doctor's appointments.
Oh, I'm a strong believer with that.
That's what I'm saying. She asked me if I wanted to find someone else to do my taxes this year, and I was like, absolutely not. You are still my mom and do everything for me at least until I turn 18. So like as a kid, you were so much younger, right?
If you could be any animal, what would you be?
A zebra.
Why?
They're unique.
How are they unique?
Because nobody knows what they do. They're just
Can
so-
you not?
They do.
No, why are you trying to sing like Earth here? What are you, Ariana Grande?
No, but seriously. I've said that so many times that I would want to be a zebra because they are so unique and that nobody knows what they do.
I don't
Do you know what a zebra does?
No,
think
but do you know
so.
what a fucking donkey does?
Yeah, it kicks people.
Does it? Or
Yeah.
is that a horse?
No, it's also a donkey. They go ee-yaw, and they ee-yaw back. That's what they do.
Does anyone want to know what I would want to be?
Yeah. A whale.
No, I'd want to be a shark
Oh.
because people are
Right out of my fucking mouth.
because people are terrified of sharks, and I just want people to be terrified of me as an
That's
animal.
not why I want to be a shark. They're just my favorite animal, and I'd want to like.
Why is it?
Zebra is my favorite.
Why is it your favorite animal?
Cause I'm obsessed. Like I just can't not be.
I feel like their body structures are actually really interesting.
I used to really like hammerhead sharks, but now they're like kind of stupid. I remember the first time I started like really like loving sharks was when I went to Ripley's aquarium,
Fair.
and then I just saw them like in that like tunnel where they all
You like slide down. That's so dirty, actually. Yeah.
But I wanted to be it. I was like, oh my god, could you just imagine being this? But like they're in a fucking.
She's like 2.
He's thinking that.
Because I remember this, and she was like 4, 2 to 4, like in between that range. Okay. Holy.
Whatever. I still wanted to be them.
Okay, so if you were in a situation where you caught your best friend's boyfriend cheating on her, would you tell the truth to her, or would you?
Tell the truth to her.
Why would you tell the truth to her?
Because I'll be loyal to my best friend till the day I die.
Okay, and what about if it was the opposite way around? Her cheating.
No.
Why would the boyfriend be more important than the best friend?
Because if you were friends with the best friend first. Depends on who you were best
No,
friends
no,
with.
What if-
I'm saying like why would you tell like I agree with you, why would you tell the boyfriend?
I wouldn't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you're
Oh,
best
okay.
friend, like your best
That's what I'm
friend.
saying. If they were your friend first, there's circumstances to this. Like, if you knew them both, like you were in a friend group and you knew them both, and then you like they got together and then you caught one of them, sure, I'd tell whoever cheated on who, whatever. I'd tell both people.
Mhm.
But if you were friends with the first person first, and then they cheated on their significant other, you have no obligation to be loyal to the other friend.
Yeah.
Because you were friends with the first one first. So you're going to have a stronger bond in that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
But I think I would try to, like,
Make it come out in the
Talk to them
nicest way
about it.
possible.
for sure. Like, I would sit there and be like, you know, that wasn't a really good idea. Like,
Like,
try to help them better themselves, but I wouldn't throw them under the bus in order to do that.
Also, I feel like I would tell like the significant other that you should tell her first before I do, because it's a lot better. coming from.
I would push it. I would push it for them to tell their significant
Yeah,
other.
because it's a lot better than if like
Oh, yeah.
their friend said, "Oh, I caught your boyfriend."
And then what
cheating."
happens? Your best friend's going to drop you.
Mhm.
Then you have no friends.
Yeah.
If you're like me or you who have one friend, like you have no friends now. What are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
What is the hardest thing you've ever had to do?
I got mine in mind, but I feel like you guys should go first. No, I feel like you guys should go first.
What was the question?
What is the hardest thing you've ever had to do?
I don't know.
Can someone come up with an answer?
I don't. Nothing really comes to mind when I think of the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
Tell my mom about my sexual assault after it first happened.
Oh,
It
I
was really
dreaded
hard.
talking to my mom about that. I got picked up from school,
Well,
and I had to talk to her about it. No,
came
like she
home.
came to pick me up from school, and like
Yeah.
I had to tell her everything.
Oh, I know, but like that was probably the hardest thing I had to do, to like wonder if my mom's gonna look at me differently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like,
She never did look at me differently, but it was still like the thought in my head that someone can look at me differently. They could think that it was
oh yeah,
like I wanted it
no, for
and don't
sure.
believe me. Like it was also a hard thing knowing that like there was a chance my mom didn't believe me.
Oh yeah, that was a big thing. I mean, what happened with me was like a total different story. Like somebody else told my mom, and my mom didn't even know that it happened, and I straight up told her, and it was probably the scariest thing and hardest thing I've ever had to do. I was terrified of what she might think of me. I was so young that I was like, she's going to think of me so horribly.
Yeah.
But she didn't, which ultimately was a great thing. But in the
Yeah.
moment, it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
If you could change your name, what would it be?
I, for the longest time, me and my friend, we would like go around like stores that we still go into today, and we talk about like our life, like, oh, do you want to get like nail polish to do our nails, or like, aren't we going to like the salon because it's like our mom's wedding? What, we come up with the stupidest shit, acting like we were the richest people in the world, walking around town I still walk in, and I used to get her to call me Taylor. Taylor. I don't know. It was just the first thing that popped into my head, and she would just call me that anytime we were out in town.
God. I don't know. I like my name.
I would want mine to be Paige. I really like the name.
That's my middle name.
Yeah, I know.
Thief.
I wouldn't want my name to be Claire.
That'd be weird. Well, she's talking about she wants my middle name.
I know, and I'm saying like my middle name I wouldn't want.
Yeah, I wouldn't want the name Claire.
I feel like
or Brooke. Why would I want the name Brooke?
I feel like Caden could be a Brooke. I feel like Brooks have brown hair.
I feel like my name suits me. I feel like my name suits my personality and the way I look.
I think my name, like, I don't know. I just feel like if someone like heard my name and didn't know me, they wouldn't think like.
Well, your name was made up,
Yeah,
so no one would ever expect your
And they
name to
would
be
think-
that because it wasn't a name.
and they would think Katrina. Like they would think,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
someone mispronounced it, and it's
Yeah.
not Katrina, it's Katrina.
Yeah. Was your mom on too many drugs in the hospital and accidentally wrote a D? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? On your birth certificate?
Yeah. Okay.
Do you prefer curl or straight hair?
Curly. But it's a lot more time lengthy to do, so it's not something I like to do very often, but I like the way my hair looks better with it.
I love my hair being straight. My hair is naturally curly. So when I come out of the shower and then I let it air dry and whatever, it's curly and I hate it. So I like curling my hair, straightening my hair, which is a lot time consuming, like curling your hair would be.
Yeah.
It takes that like length of time to straighten my hair.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think that's like with a lot of people. If you have naturally curly hair, you're going to want it straightened.
Yeah.
If you have naturally straight hair like I do, you're going to want it curled.
Mhm.
It's just a really thing. And I have straight hair. You both have naturally wavy curly hair.
Yeah.
Which I don't. See, like I curl my hair, like obviously like I did today, the way your guys' hair comes out of the shower.
Yeah.
Right? So like I wish I had your guys' hair, but I'm sure if I did, I'd probably like it more straight.
Yeah. What about you, Kate?
I like my having my straight hair.
But you've been
Yeah.
curling it recently.
Yeah, cause I like having my natural curls more than I do having like
Oh yeah.
my like curling it with a wand. But I feel like I like having my straight hair better just because I like the way that it looks on me better than the
Yeah. Like straight's like more of an everyday look. Curls more of like a going out kind of look.
Yeah.
Trying to look good.
Who was your childhood celebrity?
Zac Efron.
Justin Bieber.
Yours was Justin Bieber. What?
Mrs. Bieber lies here. Don't try.
The bed sheet, the pillows, the poster, the
Learn
everything.
how to kiss? Kiss my Justin Bieber poster.
And the
Yeah.
Justin Bieber pillow?
Yeah, Mrs. Bieber.
You weren't.
I forgot about that, but that was a long time ago. Like,
Yeah, like when you were a kid, though.
yeah.
Mine, I don't think I ever actually had a celebrity crush.
What's the guy Spencer Reed from Criminal Minds?
Okay, but that was like older. That was from like
No,
11
you
to 12.
weren't. No, you were like 9, 10.
Oh. He was a little bit younger.
You're acting as if you're like 20 years old at this point. You are 13. Like that was not so long ago, but you're still a kid.
Well, I was still younger than when I had a crush on him.
Okay.
Oh, he's so hideous now.
What?
Well, he's
He
not
w-
hideous.
he went to
but-
jail.
Messed with him. In real life?
No, in the show.
Yeah, but he was hot when he went to jail. And Derek Morgan. Yummy.
Okay. Anyways,
Daydreaming about
who
him
is?
right now.
Wait, Kale. Who's my childhood?
Caillou.
Oh my God! It was Caillou because I I got married to Caillou.
Can you marry me and Caillou? Sure can. I'll marry you and Caillou, kiss in the fake. You may kiss the bride and you kiss the heir.
In the house in Dundalk?
Uh huh.
Yeah. Where it flooded with like the sauna and stuff.
Yeah, I
that
remember
was the
that.
house that it happened at. Do you remember that?
And she used to always like make out with him on Ma's TV.
Ma, you need to put that Caillou on. And she would follow him up. That was your celebrity crush. He may be animated, but he was your celebrity crush.
Okay
I'm not
then.
into bald guys now, so I tasty bald.
Brian's got a lot of hair.
Tasty bald.
Okay, we're changing this.
Okay.
How do you balance time with your friends, boyfriend, family, school, and work?
I don't.
Question for you guys.
I don't. It is like some of the hardest things that I have to do, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I get that.
It helps because my boyfriend works with me. So, like, it's easier that way. And I work in Shelburne, and he lives up in Shelburne. So it's easier to see him
No, he
for a couple of hours.
doesn't.
Well, starting Saturday, no. But, like, currently right now, yes, he does. But anyways, it's easier to see him that way because of that. And, like, friends, I don't really ever hang out with friends outside of school. Like, I balance my friends in school because I see them while I'm in school. And then work is, like, a whole nother ball game
Yeah.
because I work so many hours, which is why I'm, like, never home. So it's, like, it's extremely hard. And I don't think I've mastered it by any means. I think it's still such a challenge for me every single day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
Well, me and my boyfriend were completely different hours. So
True.
we-
So did me and mine.
yeah, so but we only get to see each other like twice.
But it's different. Me and my boyfriend can both drive.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah.
And with my friends, I haven't hung out with them in a while, other than at school, the longest,
I mean,
because I have like work and my schoolwork,
oh, for
soccer,
sure.
and that. So it takes
Yeah.
up a lot of my time.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's just like, it's really, really hard. And yes, the difference is that you and your boyfriend don't drive. Mine and my boyfriend do. But me and my boyfriend have actually the complete opposite schedules because we're not allowed to work together.
Aren't you allowed to?
Well, we work together like one day a week. But like most of the time, our schedules are completely flopped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If like he went to high school, then they would probably be pretty similar. But since he doesn't, he can work mornings while I can't. So it was so easy for them to swap them. But the fact that we can both drive means I can drive to school the next morning and stay the night at his place that night.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier in that sense.
What was something your mom and dad always said to you?
Have you filled the bucket today?
It was more our dad than it was our mom, though.
I don't know what our mom said to us.
I
Like
love
not
you?
like, of course, but like no like memorable quote that she
Yeah.
used to say. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That was more our dad that had said
Oh,
things.
yeah. He was
us.
always the one that was like, "Have you filled the bucket today? What'd
Yeah.
you learn today?" That kind of thing.
And then our mom was more like, I don't know. She said a lot of things, but like I just don't think any of them were like,
Are we talking about our childhood? Like
Yeah.
what she
Yeah.
said in our childhood?
yeah,
Because my mom tells me she's super proud of me all the time now.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, it wasn't the same.
yeah.
Because I mean, what was there to be proud of me when I was a kid? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But like when I was a kid, it was more our dad who said
Mhm.
things, and now it's more our mom
Yeah.
when we got older.
But I think that's just because like he kind of stopped saying fill buckets because we stopped like
Believing in that sort of thing.
Yeah.
He's like, "Did you empty a bucket or did you fill a bucket?" Because of that book he used to read us.
like none. babe.
None. And we just make it up the whole entire time.
Why was I smiling with my teeth?
Oh God.
Okay, anyways. Next question.
What is your childhood memory you would want to relive? Can I go first?
Yeah.
The art show.
My art show?
Yeah, your art show, the one that you once you
craft dinner making.
stop once you got your babysitting course
We never did
certificate.
that.
We did do an art show.
did.
She made it. She used to get all of her drawings, and we used to draw. But she was a judge, so she would
My own
always
drawings.
win.
I would say the craft dinner.
Yeah, because
Where I used to make you guys salt and pepper it and
Yeah,
ketchup on it
I
just the
always
right
won.
amount.
I don't want to relive that.
I do.
God, I
It was
hated
fun. I always got the
that.
best craft dinner.
I always got the worst one because you used to make me add a whole bunch of stuff.
mine was probably remember when we had that like huge storm and the trampoline like flew
Yeah.
and I tried to like beat
Oh,
the shit out of
yeah,
you
yeah.
guys because you stepped on it.
Or when our dad freaking did the snowblower and it went up to the hill and we used to like slide down on the tree and stuff.
And then the snow was soft for me, but it just went all hard for you. And
yeah,
you
I
ate
tried jumping off
shit.
the tree and just boom.
Yeah, because
Oh, and the
Kadrina
other
had
one?
climbed up the tree, jumped off of it, and you got mad at her.
No, another one that I really think is funny that I'd enjoy to relive was when I climbed all the way up to the top of the tree and then I jumped on the
That scared the
shed.
shit out of me, Katrina. That scared the shit
Then
out
you
of me.
chased me, and by the time you got to the top, I was already on the floor because I jumped down.
That was a horrible experience, actually, because it was the most terrifying thing I've ever experienced as a kid. I was scared you were gonna die. I was so convinced. I was so
my
convinced.
God.
Another one that I want to relive is a boat one.
You want to know what I want to relive from me and you?
What?
Our plays.
Our plays, yes.
Those were such
You
like
want
a
to know what I
bonding
want
moment.
to relive?
Okay.
The stuff me and Mommy used to do while you were in your place.
Okay.
So don't play.
The way somebody shifts from her and she automatically switches the perspective onto her again.
We talked about that in one of the episodes, actually, how she always needs to be talking about her.
Oh yeah, that's 100% true.
I just don't feel like people love me when they don't talk about me. I feel like they just all of a sudden hate me and think I'm like ugly or just
As if we
don't
stop
relive.
our lives to be there for her.
Exactly.
That's fine. Like, get over it. But anyways, the plays, those were such a bonding moment.
Yeah, and when I used to throw those fits in the place, then you had to come and like rescue
No,
me.
You guys both did it all the time, and I was always the one. No one called our mom because our mom would sit there and be like, "I don't care.
Or-
She doesn't have to wear a jacket." You know what I'm saying? But they would all come to me. Kaden stapled her thumb. I'm in the middle of a speech. I don't care. Come do it. And she's screaming in the corner, throwing things at people, telling them not to touch her because she's throwing a fit because she stapled her thumb.
I see
That was
what-
always me, the one who had to come comfort you, come tell you to put on a jacket. But those are moments I wish not to relive. But I still get it to this day.
Oh,
I still
yeah.
get it to this day.
Oh, 100%.
Did you know your sister did this with this person? Did you
Yeah,
know your
like-
sister was mean to my sister? Okay, girl, like I do not care. She's her own girl now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she's not a little baby anymore. I don't
Kayla
need
no
to hold her
longer
hand.
needs to tell me to put on a jacket.
That's what I
like,
mean. I don't need to hold your guys' hand through everything.
If
but
I'm gonna
everyone-
freeze, I'm gonna freeze. She's not
That's what I'm
gonna
saying.
tell me to put on a coat.
That's what I'm saying. You get sick, that's your issue.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But everyone feels the need, because since I'm the older sister,
Yeah.
to like let me know as if I care.
But I feel like it's also good because then people know that it's like we are all like, as I said before, we're like trio, not duo. Like whenever
yeah.
it's just me and Caden, everyone's like, "Oh, where's Kayla?"
Oh yeah.
Or just me and you, "Oh, where's Cade?" Or just you and Cade, "Oh, where's Katrina?" Like I just feel like everyone's like, since
Yeah.
it was like that, everyone's always like,
Oh,
"Where's
yeah.
the third one?"
Oh yeah, I have that all the time. Like kids who I went to elementary school with are like, "Your sister's like got into high school now," and I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Why don't they go to West Side?" Well, we don't really live in the West Side district, so it just
Yeah.
makes sense. But like, it's always wondering where you two are.
Yeah.
What do you think has changed most about you since you?
My confidence.
My hair. Oh,
Me
she's
too.
she's
Me too.
different every fucking day.
That's true. That's true. I think my confidence. I think I grew up to be a more confident individual.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, it was always like I didn't make friends. I just stayed to myself, let
Mhm.
myself get bullied, that kind of thing. But then when I grew older, I started to gain more confidence. And now nobody fucks with me. Just saying. Oh, yeah.
I think my looks changed a lot since
Oh, 100%.
Your hairstyle? The classic pony?
Oh yeah, when I used to
Shave
have.
underneath?
Yeah.
Oh, and Katrina's half shave?
It
You
was
guys
a
regretting me
one-time
bringing me on this podcast
It
now?
was a
Supposing all
one-time
of
thing,
you.
and I hated it so
It was
much.
like a year-long
In her comb over with it though.
Or when you were growing it out and that guy thought you were a guy. Like that. So bad. Who are you with? My sister. That's not your sister. Okay, honey.
Remember that one time that I was sitting on my bed with my mermaid tail in it, and I was reading this book upside down with the comb over,
Yeah.
and then also back to like the memory thing. Another thing that I'd like to relive was you used to always make me bawl my eyes out, always, always, always. And then when I would start crying, like your face gets red when you start crying,
Yeah.
so you would like tell me to shut the fuck up.
Or
And,
mommy's gonna. Don't tell mommy.
Don't
I'll
tell
do
Mommy.
anything. Don't tell mommy.
and then you would be my servant for like a day. That was always our thing. Like, do this,
Yeah.
and I'll be your servant for a
Servant.
day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Kaden was always a servant.
Yeah.
you used to always take me to the downstairs bathroom, and you would like do my makeup to cover it. But you were only doing it to cover it. You weren't doing it to be nice. You just didn't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
What is something you are proud of?
My university acceptances.
You picture?
No. No, I have not.
Not proud of school for me.
What about you, Caden?
I don't think I'm really proud of.
What about how getting onto your rep team for soccer?
I guess I could say I'm proud of that. It's not really I'm proud of any.
Right.
Because I'm
Well, because it's been you're so used to it, but that's something you got to understand. Just because you're used to something does not mean that it wasn't an achievement at some point.
yeah.
Right. What about you?
I don't know.
I know I was proud of both of you for stepping up and doing papers and like starting to get your first job.
Don't even remind
And
me of
I'm proud of
papers.
you for getting your first real job.
Oh yeah, I've been there for like almost a year
You
now.
already been on.
Well, actually, a year now.
Well, you're not old enough yet, so.
Maybe we should tell the newspaper story, Katrina.
What one?
The one that me and Alyssa caught you. Can I tell that story?
Sure.
Okay, so basically, Aunt Alyssa was driving me home from at her house. This is when she lived in Grand Valley.
But you gotta clarify, Kate. So it was Caden's job at the time, and she asked me to bag a couple of the papers. So, where were you?
I was at Aunt Alyssa's house.
She was at Aunt Alyssa's house, and I was already at our dad's. So she asked me if I could just do a couple of them before like our grandma had gotten there because she helped Kate deliver them. And so I was doing them. Go ahead.
And we had pulled up in the church parking lot.
I didn't know.
No, she didn't know. And she was sitting outside in the driveway, and she was bagging them, but then they wouldn't go in the bag, so she was taking them and whipping them on the concrete. And then when they wouldn't even go in there, she threw them, and it was
so
done.
It was this one paper. I got so freaking mad. I was putting a thing, wouldn't go in, because like the paper sharps are like hard, so they like rip the plastic bags. I was so fucking mad. I took that and I grabbed it by like where it closes, and I started whipping it on like the floor, and I was whipping that bitch, and then the whole paper just flew apart.
Oh, it was hilarious.
Aunt Alyssa recorded it and sent it to me, and I was like, and I turned behind me, so she was there, and I was like, oh my god, that's so embarrassing.
I guess that goes to show that we all have anger issues.
Oh yeah.
That's something that was passed on genetically, that's for sure.
What is something you're worried about in your future?
Choosing what I want to be, like what I want as a career.
Not having my life going to plan.
Yeah.
That something gets screwed up somehow and I don't get something that sounds horrible, but like not getting something I have wanted for a very long time, like if my career choice fails or if I don't end up being able to have kids.
Yeah.
Or something like that is like my biggest fear.
Like Arya from Pretty Little Liars.
Oh god. That's so scary. Oh lord. Being infertile is like one of my biggest fears. Yeah.
I guess mine would be is choosing my schooling when I'm older and actually going through with the plans that I have set for my future now.
Mm-hmm. Making sure they
and not being able to do them because of certain reasons.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Okay, so this question is for Kayla only because she's the only one that can answer it.
Yeah.
But what was it like to have me and Katrina as your sisters?
Brutally honest.
Yeah.
It's gonna sound so cringy, but it's like the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
A roller coaster. That sounds so cringy, but it's the truth. Like
Because there's
one
ups
day,
and downs.
one day we were having such a great time. The other, you guys were making me throw juice boxes in the corner. You know what I'm like? When we were kids, it was a lot harder than it is now. Like we like rarely ever fight now, except when I left you at the parking lot in Peterbit. But other than that, I mean, like, we don't really fight.
Yeah.
But when we were kids, like, it was a lot different. Some days we loved each other. Some days we absolutely hated each other's guts. So it was hard. It was hard having two sisters who were, like, polar opposites of each other. Like, I feel like I'm, like, the mid of both of you. And then you guys were total opposites, and everyone getting along was, like, the hardest thing ever. But
especially when we went over to like Moz and had like events where we did things.
Well, Moz was the only place we could get away with fighting.
Yeah.
We even raised our voice once. Mommy would lose it.
Oh yeah.
And always put us back in a line and back in a check.
Yeah.
So like, younger age, it was super up and down, up to when we grew up.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it started to become a lot easier and more like smooth sailing.
And at Moz, you guys used to make me sleep on the couch. So you had the bed.
Still do make you sleep on the couch.
Yeah, I know. You still do because you guys you have to have your own little room.
No, you sleep in your your room.
Oh yeah, with the
dusty
floor
ass
bed.
room
Yeah.
with that dusty mattress.
Yeah, and then you guys get the spare bedroom with the nice comforter, the nice sheets, the TV. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's my whole
Whatever.
life. Have
I
you?
think, sorry. Before you continue, I think
Okay.
growing up, me and Kayla both despised you. I know I did 100%. I
Oh,
hated
yeah.
you with everything in me.
You were just kind of annoying, but you also had really bad anger issues, so it was hard
So no
to
one
deal
liked
with
talking to you.
because you would flip out over the smallest thing, and then me and you would get in fist fights.
Wow, thanks. Remember
And
when
I
I
would
threw
sit
that
there
chair
and
at you?
record.
Yeah, I do.
I was always
actually.
the
Or when
recording
Maya
man.
smacked me across the face with a Nerf gun,
That was funny.
and all of you guys teamed up on
And then
me.
you tried to take Avon when he was a baby.
I
up to your
literally
room.
just wanted to hold Avon.
He's gonna make me feel better. And we were like, no,
No,
he
when
needs to
you-
stay down here. You're like, no, I need him.
When
You wouldn't let anyone touch him.
No.
When she got to those really mad points, everyone loved nagging on her and making it worse.
Oh,
Yeah,
It was
and
funny.
that's what made it worse is that everyone just nagged on me.
Yeah, but it was so funny.
Like, you would be in
That's
that-
why we didn't like hanging out with you, because you would flip.
Yeah, but you guys made it worse by
Remember
nagging
Ziggy
at me.
shampoo
Just
started
saying.
playing?
Oh, when we pulled the prank on her, when we told we
Stop it.
we
No.
put a towel on her pillowcase, and we poured water on it, and then we set our Tiggy up on her pillow, and then we wrote a note that said, "Sorry, I
pissed and
I
shit."
pissed and shit on your pillow. Love, Tiggy." And
I got so pissed at you guys.
Corner of my bed, because there was a little corner between my room and like my dresser, my bed and my dresser, and I was hiding in there with my iPad, sitting there. And Kate, at the end of the video, Kate,
I got freaking in a fist fight with her.
yeah, and
over it,
then Kaden came up to me and she's like, "Did you also do this?" I was like, "No."
It was just me. It was just Kayla, because Kayla's getting thrown under the bus all the time.
No big deal.
No big deal. I mean, she's the oldest. She can take it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Kaden was a feisty one. Feisty one. That girl wouldn't stop. She got smacked in the head with a Nerf gun and kept going. Like, when she was in those states, there was no stopping her.
I did.
Even if I could beat her up in a fight, like, there was no stopping her.
I feel like I had
Nothing hurt
no
her.
pain. Yeah, like
nothing
nothing
hurt her.
hurt
You got to
me.
those super fucking
Yeah.
angry states. Oh,
Yeah.
you were.
It was either you hold
I was
her down
invincible.
or you walk away, because you could slap her as hard as you can and it will not change.
You could drop a fucking tire on this bitch's head and she'd be
know.
like, "Are you trying to hurt me or something?" Because it didn't
Yeah.
work.
Run
Yeah.
her over and she'd be like, okay, walk away.
Get out of the car. Let me kill you now, babe.
Yeah.
Like, she's not, like, when she's in those states, she's
100%.
gone. She's a whole nother person. The devil up in this one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Have you ever been in a situation where you were left out, and what was it?
This
You
is
think
your
you can answer
question.
I can answer this.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
entire life. Like literally my entire life from when I was 10 and younger, my entire life with the two of you. I have been like, I swear I've been left out of like
It's
every
because-
single thing. And I get it was because of my like anger issues and shit.
You were
Just
like each
that.
other.
I
Yeah.
know, but you
weren't
guys like
like
never
us.
liked me. So like you never wanted to hang out with me, and that was my situation.
Right, first of all. Second of all, you weren't like us. You're still not like us.
Yeah, but you still hang out with me now.
Yeah, but that's because you grew up. But like, even still, like, me and Katrina have both had multiple boyfriends, and sure you have, but your boyfriend now is your most serious boyfriend you've ever had.
Yeah.
Me and Katrina have had more serious relationships, and she's younger than you.
Yeah, I know.
You've just never been like us, so it was hard to like relate to you when we were
Mhm.
kids.
And I think it was always like me and Kayla could relate to things and you just couldn't because you didn't have that like, "Oh, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends." Me and Kayla did.
Yeah.
Like you were the rabbit, like you had friends.
You'd rather go hang out with our dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I was like that for a bit too. Like I loved
You were daddy's girl. For a long time.
100%. But then I like kind of grew out of that and then I started like loving hanging out with my friends and like
Yeah.
yeah.
That's true.
You kind of just grow out of it. So
I don't really know if I was a daddy's girl or a mommy's girl.
I would assume
I think
Our
you were a
mom.
mom.
But I just think you guys think that because you never saw me with my dad.
That's because we weren't born when we saw you with
I
your
know,
dad.
But like, I don't know.
and like stories that we hear from with your dad, you seem
But I
like
think
a
it
mom.
falls back onto me being more close with my mom growing up, but that's because my dad wasn't always there. I
Necessarily
wasn't with
there.
him all the time, right? And you know, I was always with my mom.
yeah.
Yeah.
It just made sense. But when we're talking about if both my parents were together, I don't know who I'd be closest
Yeah.
to. You know what I'm saying?
I think the only reason I started getting super close with our mom was because our parents split up because I was so close with our dad all the freaking time. But then when they split up, like I had that chance to like start being close with our mom and like actually talking to her about the things.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Fair. Keaton's going on her own
one
world.
here.
Because you're the youngest. What?
Okay, next question, Kate.
Okay, before I move on, I would just like to say this week's episode was sponsored by BCB Productions for providing the sound and studio and the video. Thanks to them for making this show happen.
Preach.
Love ya.
Kisses.
Kisses.
Do you
XOXO. Gossip Girl.
Okay. Do you think you're an outgoing person?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah. I feel like I've been into a lot of crowds that I insert myself into.
Me too.
Do you
It's not only until something makes me uncomfortable that I become more of an introvert.
do you say what's on your mind?
Yeah.
That's literally all I need to say to add to that before you guys had answered.
Okay.
Should have been quicker.
I say what's on my mind.
I feel like if I have something come to my mind, like straight away, like if someone says something and
thought.
something comes to my head, I'm gonna say it. I'm not just gonna like hold back. I'm gonna say it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Or if you are being
Unless
annoying.
it's like totally out of line.
Oh, 100%.
I can stop I'm not totally brutal where I can't recognize when I'm out of line when I'm saying something, but a lot of the time I'm like, if you didn't want to hear this, then you shouldn't have started it.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have started talking. Why are you talking to me if you didn't want me to say something back?
If you didn't want my 2 cents, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You didn't want my opinion. You don't want to hear what I have to say. Then don't talk to me. Walk away. Walk away, bitch. You know what I mean? You're the opposite.
Yeah, I
But
don't.
that's what we were getting at. That you're
Yeah,
not like
I
that.
get it though. Like I'm not an outgoing person and I don't say what's on my mind. The only time I say what's on my mind is when it's like a serious conversation that I'm having. Like all No, because like with certain situations I'll say what's on my mind, but I won't say the exact words because I don't want to be as rude.
Individual. When it's all three of us versus somebody else, you just agree with whatever case.
Oh, yeah, I disagree with you when it's 3 versus 1. But if it's me and one individual, then I'll say what's on my mind if it's like, if I'm mad at them.
Yeah, if you're in a social group, you tend to just let everyone else take control. But that's because of your social anxiety.
Do you have someone in your life you would wish you had listened to more?
Yeah.
My mom.
Oh, 100%. My mom, too.
My mom. Don't get me wrong. Our mom has never been like tough on us in that sense. But like there's sometimes I wish I would have listened to her more.
Yeah.
Because like things came to bite me in the ass that she told me that were going to be a bad idea or
a lot of shit that has happened with my schooling I never listened to her about, which I 100% should have. Because if I did, I wouldn't be where I am right now with school.
Yeah. I just think socially I should have listened to my mom.
Yeah. Like I should have listened to the opinion she gave me instead of being like, oh, like I can do what I want. Like I'm going to choose what I want to do. Because like that's what I used to say. And I 100% wish I would have like just went with it and listened to what she was trying to tell me.
Our mom is our biggest supporter. I think we always thought she was out to get us, but I think we've realized now that she's only ever wanted the best for us.
Yeah.
So now, once I've realized that she's only looking out for me and that she wasn't just trying to ruin my life, I wish I would have listened to her.
Yeah.
So many things. I would have gained better habits if I listened to her telling me to clean my room.
Yeah.
Came more in routines of cleaning my I would have had better habits than I do now when it comes to that kind of stuff. It's just little things. Our mom's never been that hard on us, but little things I wish I just would have listened to her.
Yeah.
Because she was never doing it to be a dick. So.
My mom was giving me a lot of advice I didn't listen to.
Yeah.
And it's ended up bad, like what you guys were saying. So I feel like I should have listened to that.
Yeah, there's no like detrimental things, but there's been little things that we could have listened to, and then a lot of things could have been avoided.
How do you deal with the bullies in your school? Like if you're being bullied, how would you deal with it?
I don't go to school.
Okay,
I don't. Nobody bullies me at school.
Hey, like when you were younger, if someone had bullied you, what would you do to deal with it?
Nobody bullied me, and
Okay, then don't answer the question.
Okay. When I was younger, I had less confidence, so I would just walk away and be like, you can think what you want to think, and then vent to a friend or something else. But now I probably am like, shut the fuck up.
Who
do you think you are?
If there's someone that's going to be watching this, what would you tell them how to deal with them?
I would tell them to not fuel the fire. don't argue with them. Don't do
It's
anything
not
like
worth
that.
it.
It's not worth it.
your
Somebody who's
time.
so sad with their life is willing to tear you down. Why if you're so hurt about someone tearing you down, why would you stoop to their level and do it to them?
Mm-hmm.
You got to be the bigger person, which you hear all the time, but it's the truth. You gotta
And
be
it's
the
a
bigger
hard
person.
thing to do, to be the bigger person in a lot of cases, but you have to.
And you look like a giant pussy if you walk
Oh,
away.
yeah.
But it's honestly the best thing for your mental health to make them stop. They're only looking for attention.
Oh,
they
yeah.
want your reaction. So if you give it to them, then it's never going to get any better.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that if I were to tell anyone how to deal with that kind of thing, I would tell them to walk away.
Yeah.
Tell them to walk away, vent to a friend, and try to come to terms with it on your own terms, and eventually it'll get better. You just got to wait it out.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with like everything you guys said because there's honestly nothing really you can add to it though.
Okay, fair.
Does anyone have lip trap? It's not really a whisper.
Anyways, continue.
What is a habit you wish you didn't have? Oh, biting my nails.
Doubting others and myself. The habit of mine to sit there and be like, nah, I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
What was the question?
Your
What-
biggest habit.
What is one habit you wish you didn't have?
Vaping.
Oh, that's a habit. I tried to stop doing that like lots of times, like vaping.
I remember when you tried to stop to do it, but then
And
you
I
just
couldn't.
kept hitting.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
Another one. If we're talking about more physical habits, vaping is
Mhm.
probably mine.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
tried to stop vaping so many fucking times because I can't even walk up the stairs without dying.
Honestly.
School. You should try going to high school with my 3 flights of stairs and my 3-level high school. Wait till I get to freaking university and I'm like walking up like 8 flights of stairs all the time. I'm not gonna hold up well. Could never be a track star.
I used to be.
Me too, but that's gone.
You already know what be happening with that.
Next one.
Is it confusing to pick out schools for college or university? That one's for you.
Picking out or choosing which ones I want to go to. which
Picking
one I
out
wanna go
and
to.
choosing.
Picking out was easy. I knew what program I wanted to be in. It was confusing to figure that one out. I always knew I wanted to be a lawyer. I just didn't know what kind. And then I figured out I needed.
What even was that?
Okay. I figured out I needed an undergrad degree. It was hard to figure out what I wanted in that. But then once I did, it was easy to like look at schools in the GTA or a little bit out. I wanted options of being
Yeah.
able to move and being still here because you never know what kind of stuff happens.
Yeah.
But I chose to look for the program I wanted, see what schools had them, pick and choose from there. I never really looked at like school credentials or anything like that, which I probably should have, but I didn't, so it wasn't confusing in that sense. But choosing where I want to go, that is a whole nother story
Mm-hmm.
that I still have not chose, and I have till June 1st, but it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I know which school I want to go to, but clicking the accept button is really, really hard because it means my whole life will change.
Yeah, and I feel like it's like, I don't know, because I'm not at that point in life where I have to move out somewhere far away from my family, but I do feel like a big part of not wanting to press that accept button is because you don't want to leave the life behind.
Yeah.
And because once you get to that point where you know you have to click that button, it's like, now I know I'm a completely different person who has to get this, and soon I'm going to be not living with my mom and my family and all of that.
See, the reason why I want to click because I have some acceptances from people like schools close and then one far away. And the one far away is the one I want to go to. And
Yeah.
it's the most logical one for me to go to, and it's the one I've been dreaming about going to, but it's so far away.
Yeah.
Like it's 4 hours away. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
the program I'm going to go into, I'll be leaving like the country
Yeah.
for 2 years. Like that's a lot. And it's like, should I just pick the one closer since I'm not ready to necessarily leave? But then it's like, well, I will regret it. I just know I will.
Mhm.
I know myself, and everyone who knows me knows I'll regret it.
Yeah.
So it's so hard to make that decision of, if I'm not ready, should I do it anyway, or should I play it safe but then regret it later on? So
Yeah.
it's probably most confusing thing ever. And I knew it was going to happen. I went into high school knowing it was going to happen, but I did not think it would come this fast.
Yeah.
Just like everything in life, getting my license, all of that. Like, it was something I wanted so bad. Like, my period. I wanted that so bad, and then I got it, and I was like, oh, hell no. Like, I do not want this anymore. And it's like that with everything. I wanted to leave. I want to go to college. You can ask, like, our mom. Like, I told her, I am leaving. I'm getting out of this bitch as soon as I graduate high school. And she was always like, I don't think you will. I don't think you will. And I was like, no, I am. But now that it's come sooner than I expected it to, I'm like, I don't want to go anymore. I'm so scared.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because then also you have that sense to be like, my mom is not going to be the one to fold my laundry for me. She's not going to be the one doing the dishes. I am.
I know.
She's not going to be the one vacuuming. Like, not going to be the one there to support me. Like,
obviously I'm worried about our mom and everything and what she does for me, but I'm scared to leave you guys.
Yeah.
Like, a lot. I told you I was gonna leave and you cried. So
it was literally a prank.
Whatever. But now
I knew you were pranking.
Now it's serious, and it's still upsetting. Like, I am so scared of leaving you guys.
Yeah.
It's so
and
scary.
I know when you leave, I'm no longer going to have that, like,
the bond.
like second mom kind of moment. Like, because mommy, obviously, she's my mom, does everything like for me, all of that like mom stuff. But you're like my like sister mom.
Yeah.
That's like teaches me the things that like you went through that I need to know what to do.
With talking to mommy.
Yeah. Like, I didn't want to tell mommy when I got my period.
Yeah. No.
So I told you when I sent you a picture.
Everyone told me and sent me a picture of their bloody freaking toilet paper in the toilet.
I did that?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I did do that.
Yes, you did. Everyone did. You, Maya, Rain, and Katrina all
Rain sent
them.
me hers too.
Oh my god, I didn't even. That was gross.
Okay, next question.
Okay. If you could be invisible for a day, what would you do?
Stalk my boyfriend.
Same.
See what he's doing when I'm not there.
Same. Sorry, I totally would. That was one thing that I said what I wanted to be my superpower. I would be invisible so I could stalk my boyfriend and see if he's cheating on me.
I would just stalk mine too because like I always feel like he's cheating on me.
I don't have worries about seeing if my boyfriend cheats on me. I kind of just
want to see what he does.
If he's a different person when I'm not around.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of the time I'm the one to keep him in check, to tell him not to say certain things, to just let something go. You know what I mean? He's getting in an argument and I'm like, just let it go. It doesn't matter. And if I'm not there, I wonder if he just rambles and rambles and rambles on. And he has ADHD, so it's a lot harder because, you know, like I don't know. I don't know if he's freaking out because something happened and I'm not there to help him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not there to be a safe place. So I just would want to know how he is when I'm not there. Not even necessarily if he's cheating on me.
I already answered.
Oh, okay. Well, before we move on, my sisters really stepped out of their shells to make this podcast. And if you're enjoying it, please hit that subscribe button and check the link in the description for all their social media platforms. It would be greatly appreciated. And I know it would put a big smile on both of their faces. Move on.
Okay, this is our last question for today.
Okay.
Do you believe things happen for a reason?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I agree with both of that, like 100%. Sorry, like that's my answer.
I
but,
don't
like,
think that like you get like not set up in a sense, but like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
Like-
I don't believe in God, so I don't believe in anything being set up. But I believe in fate. I believe that someone was meant to walk into your life for a reason.
Or someone was meant to walk out.
Yeah. Or I was meant to leave, or something like that. Or I was meant to do this well and something I was meant to strive in this kind of thing, and it shapes my life forever.
Yeah. This was meant to happen to me.
Yeah.
Because that made me up as a person.
And if I don't think of it that way, I don't know where I'd be.
Yeah.
If I didn't
I
believe
would
in
just
fate.
blame the world for everything that's ever happened to me.
Good
Yep.
or bad.
Yeah.
And it would be a bad way to live.
Oh, 100%.
I call it like, I believe my boyfriend walked into my life for a reason.
Yeah.
And I believe that any of my ex-boyfriends walked out for a reason.
Yeah.
And if I didn't believe that, what am I supposed to look to?
Yeah.
Like, how am I supposed to explain the unknown?
Mhm.
Sorry to interrupt, but we have a viewer's question.
Oh.
Okay.
What was the worst fight you guys had, and how did you fix it?
Wow. Oh my gosh.
It's been a long time since we had a really big fight
Like with each other?
with
all
all
three
three
of
of
us?
us. Yeah.
God, but it's never been like that.
It's always been one
two
or the
against
other.
one.
It's always been me and Kayla against Kaden.
Yeah.
Or just me and you fighting in general.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think maybe the biggest one that I think like we talk about the most might have been when you threw that juice box and then you guys got kicked out of the house.
How
That
did
was
we even
funny.
fix that though? We didn't really fix
We
it.
didn't.
We didn't. I don't think
We
we
just got
ever.
over it. We were kids, but I think the biggest one, like, recently would have been leaving you outside of Caden's work. Because
Yeah.
you pissed me off. And then I got in huge shit for it and got my car taken away.
Mhm.
I think that was the biggest one. And I think we fixed it because you wanted me to drive you somewhere like a week later.
No, we fixed it the day of. You forced me to come up to your room so we could talk about
I
it.
forced her. I was like, you better come up to my room right now, or I'm coming in
Or
your
I'm
room
never
and
getting.
locking
No, you always say, or I'm never getting you pods again.
I did say that. I'll never get you paused again, yeah. But I think we fixed it because we forced each other to fix it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like that happens with a lot of things. We like force each other to fix it because we know if we don't fix it, it's
we're all
going.
so stubborn. It's
Oh,
never going
yeah.
to get fixed.
It's never, and I'm never going to talk to you.
Hmm.
This is another viewer's question. It's for you.
Okay.
You seem super into your boyfriend. If he tried to take you away from your family, what would you do and why?
I don't think he ever would, but if he did, theoretically, for some reason, it depends on the reasoning. Was he doing it for my well-being, or was he doing it because he's being selfish? If he did it because he's selfish, I would leave him. I mean, as much as I love him, I would leave him because a boyfriend can come and go, but family can never quit on you. As
Yeah.
much as, like, they might want to sometimes, they never can.
Oh, 100%.
And especially not our family. Would never quit on each other. Would never kick them out, like, or anything like that. So there might be one day where him and I break up, but I can never break up family. So if there was no legitimate reason and he wasn't doing it for me but doing it for himself, then I would leave him. As hard as that would be for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Caden, you seem like the quiet one. How has that affected you growing up in the shadows of your sisters? I feel like growing up in the shadows of my sisters, it's been like a challenge because it's like they have like a really big thing to live up to.
But we made you better.
Yeah, you did, but you guys have like really big shoes to fill when like
I think I made really big shoes for both you to fill.
you did. Yeah.
Oh,
My
100%.
And
My bad, I'm an overachiever.
I'm definitely the quiet one out of the two of
Like
you.
when we
like
were,
really.
when we went to, I don't think I can say the name of it, but like when we all went to the same school, like all three of us.
Mhm.
When we went to that school, like when you went to that class and then Caden went with like with the boy teacher and like we all just, you set such high expectations that when we got put in the class, even though you don't have the same last name as me and Cade, everyone knew you were our sister.
Yeah.
So they'd like have expectations for me and Caden to be so good because you
Yeah.
were.
But then you guys.
But we weren't always as good as you were.
And then they would have like good expectations for Cade, and then Cade wouldn't be good. Then they'd have like bad expectations for me because
Yeah.
Cade wasn't like good. So they'd
And
be
you
like
guys are
iffy.
full blood sisters.
Yeah.
Thanks. I was actually a really good
No, I'm just
child.
saying like
No.
In
No, you weren't,
in
Kaden.
elementary school, before like when I got older in elementary school, not younger.
Oh, okay, yeah. But when you were younger, you threw toys at your teacher.
Yeah, but when I was older, I got better.
yeah, I feel that, but I also feel like you definitely like changed a lot in your school, but I was talking about like education, like how good you were at like writing
Schoolwork.
things.
Yeah,
or,
I
like,
wasn't
reading things.
stupid in school
No one
either.
said you were stupid, Kaden.
That's not what I was saying.
Okay.
Okay, guys, so this is going to be everything for this episode. If you liked it, please subscribe, like, and follow. Thanks for watching our sister Kayla. Thanks to our sister Kayla for being the show today. And remember, viewers, if you have questions, ask away on all our social media platforms to be in one of the shows. Thank you all.
Peace out.
Bye.